Hello and welcome to Unlocking Personal Leadership Live. This is episode number 44. My name's Jim Miller, and this is Thursday, and we talk about building generational wealth. And it's a subject that I'm learning a ton about right now because I spent the majority of my adult life working in that I was doing stuff so that I would have stuff and then I would be somebody. So I was doing, having, being, and it was killing me literally with stress and not having fun, shortening my lifespan, just silliness going on. It finally took a health wake up call for me several years ago now, where my body basically filed divorce papers on me because of all the stress and weight and just crazy schedule I was keeping, working so hard to try to do enough so that I could have enough and become somebody. And it was the wrong approach. And so I've changed all that now. And my focus instead is it's the same words, but I'm focusing on becoming first and then, or focus on, being, becoming, and then I'm focused on doing, and then I'll have. So instead of do, have, be, I'm be, have, be, do, have. Sorry. All that's confusing. Basically, what we're doing is creating generational wealth with a process. And the process starts with a definition. And that definition we're going to go over today. And that is the definition of economic independence. That's what got me started with all this. What is economic independence? And let's take a look at that today and see, kind of break that down and see what that means and how you could realize I'm working to realize economic independence in my life and generational wealth. You start with the economic independence, and it's a mindset, it's a decision, and it's doing the things necessary. So becoming, the first is becoming capable of generating wealth by thinking that, yes, I can do this. Yes, I will do this. Yes, I've made a decision. This will happen in my life, and it is happening now. And then doing the things necessary, learning from experts, creating a plan, following that plan, making, tracking myself as I go and enjoying the process and having fun with it and seeing a future, being excited about that, being excited about a future that I'm building for myself and my family and for generations to come. It really is exciting. And then eventually I'll have that in place, and it'll feel good. It'll have that really nice accomplishment feeling that you get when you do something well and right, and it turns out to be a great decision. And that's where I'm headed with this. So let's take a look at, I'm plugged into a company right now called the Wealth Factory, and it's a Garrett Gunderson company. They're an educational firm, and they don't offer any investments, but they have great education, books, workbooks, all kinds of beautiful things that you can go through to help you establish your style, your investment style, connections you can tap into to get things done. And so I've put together a little Facebook post that has the definition of economic independence from the Wealth Factory. So here we go. I'll share that here right now. And here we go. So economic independence is a state of having the structures and assets in place that provide the necessary cash flow to cover all of your living expenses. So you're free to swing for the fences, splash in a puddle, take a day off, or simply live more freely. What does that mean? Well, it's it's about looking at looking at the idea of creating, let's break it down, structures and assets in place. What does that mean? Structures. Well, structures and assets. What's an asset? Uh, we've learned through Rich Dad Poor Dad that an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. So your house is not an asset. Your house is your house, and you're paying for that, and you're spending money on maintenance and um, keeping, upkeep and taxes. So your house is not an asset. So you want to find assets, you want to build assets so that you've got things working for you that are putting money in your pocket. And structures are business entities, trusts, different mechanisms, insurance policies, whole life insurance policies, overpaid insurance policies, things that work for you and enable you to have liquidity and cash flow. And having this idea of all this new language is, learning these new terms and words and putting them to work for you is it's critical to establishing generational wealth. So I'm learning about all that stuff right now. So having the economic independence is the state of having the structures and assets in place that provide the necessary cash flow. What is cash flow? It's not your paycheck coming in. Your paycheck coming in is you work for that. You put that, you've paid a price for that. It's not an asset. You're working every week, every day, you're putting hours in, and for those hours you get paid later. So you're not, that's not that. And when you stop working, that goes away. That's another thing about being an employee is that it's not an asset. You're putting hours in for money. And then if you have to stop working, if you get sick or something happens, you lose your job, your company gets acquired and you get laid off or replaced, or technology comes along and replaces you, like maybe AI will do soon, then you don't have the ability to work for that company anymore. That job doesn't exist. So you don't get paid from that. You have to go find another job. And there may be a gap in that period of time when you have to find a new job and you don't have a job where you don't get paid. And what are you going to do in that gap if you don't have money coming in? Well, what are your choices? Well, if you have savings, yeah, but you're depleting your savings. Or you have credit card, you can put money on credit card, but you got to pay that back at interest later. So that builds up and it gets crazy. Or you can borrow from family, borrow from friends. You can take a loan out on your house. You can mortgage, you can get a second on your house. Maybe if you have, if you don't have income, though, chances that the bank will give you another loan is pretty small. And so it's understanding the situation that you're in and understanding that having cash flow from residual and passive income sources is, I think, critical and irresponsible to not have. I'll go so far as to say that if you don't have passive and residual income coming into your household right now, and you're not working on getting that done, you're being an irresponsible homeowner, irresponsible parent, irresponsible employee, irresponsible citizen. In my view, at this point in today's age, with all of the opportunities we have online to make passive income all over the world through technology, you're missing out. And if you get into trouble like I did, shame on you. I have empathy for you because I have had that situation happen to me, but I don't have any sympathy at all because I think everybody should be taking advantage of something. So This is the lifestyle of having the ability to take time off, make splash in the puddles, have fun, go for walks, take a day off, live more simply and live freely so that you're not burdened and stressed and uh, you know forcing yourself to work and shortening your life, creating disease, um, all kinds of single parents, single moms and dads are especially at risk here. So take the time to learn about and actually do something that will bring in passive and residual incomes for yourself and your family. That's my soapbox for today. Um, and would love to have your feedback and any comments that you've got that you can share about that idea. I'd love to hear them. And, let's talk about it sometime. So hope you're having an awesome day. I'm going to sign off and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about community service. Fridays is community service day. So look forward to that. Have an awesome night. We'll talk to you later. Bye.